Can you hear me now? Okay, that's weird. You weren't able to hear me at all while I was speaking? Okay, great. So we're gonna start over. Hey y'all, thank you for joining me for the Coffee Break Live. Today I do have coffee. I need a little push so I can resume my productivity that I had carrying over yesterday. And I just wanted to start off by thanking you all for joining me and taking this time for yourself. The Coffee Break Live is intentional for you to be able to take a moment to disconnect from your day-to-day work and make sure that you're tuning into yourself, but also connecting with others. Um, so for today's topic, I really wanted to talk about accountability for your wellness, which I felt was timely because over the past 2 weeks, I have been struggling. I have been having a hard time to get on my get back on track with my workout routine, especially as I had continued to transition from being at my house in our regular routine in the comfort of knowing, hey Tabitha, in the comfort of knowing what is where and having my weights, my workouts, everything like that, right? So here we are. Oh, everybody's logging in today. I am so excited that you all are taking care of yourselves. So here we are talking about accountability for your wellness. So I want you all to take a moment to check in. You can use the chat box, or if you feel inclined to speak, you can raise your hand. I'm super excited for all of you that came in today. Yes, Camencia with your I Am Not Superwoman shirt. On Instagram Live, we would use the chat box to check in. We checked in verbally with one another. So I want you all to actually use the chat box so we can get started to share how you are accountable for your wellness or how you are not accountable for your wellness. And then I'll break down the dimensions of wellness and how that looks and what those are. So for me, let me give an example. Today I was accountable for my wellness and assisted in being accountable for my wellness because I made sure that I text my friend Autumn, who is also here, to ask her to do a yoga session with me this morning. Yeah, that is Auntie Roro. Do you mind? Excuse me. I made sure to text. Okay, I need you to sit down. Mommy's recording. I know you're excited to see Auntie. I made sure to text her and ask her to do a yoga session with me this morning because I've been struggling to wake up on time for my workout routines, which typically start at 6:15. So I appreciate her 100% on holding me accountable to wellness, and it allowed for me to start my day off and be productive. So the dimensions of wellness are emotional wellness, physical, intellectual, financial, spiritual, social, environmental, and occupational. Of course, with everything going on, it's hard to keep everything in a balance, but that is what's most important about it. So share with me, all of you, what you are doing to maintain your wellness. If you want to chime in with the video, feel free. If you want to use the chat box, feel free. No pressure. You can talk freely without turning your video on. It's up to you. So who wants to go first?
I will.
Hey.
Hey, hi everyone. My name is Tabitha. So I've been using this week. I feel like I've been very productive, which is like good. And I haven't had a tension headache as much, which is also good. Yesterday I have Zumba for my Wii.
Ooh.
So I did Zumba. It wasn't probably my best because I'm getting back in the rhythm, but at least I got up and attempted. So I'm trying to get that physical, and then I talk to Joy and Tiana, who's right there. Hey, Joy. Every day, who like if I have ideas, they're always pushing me to do it. Or I just have other friends that I also check in and kind of like, okay, let's have a happy hour and just talk about nonsense.
You know what I love, Tabitha? I love that your wellness didn't have anything to do with work, right? Your wellness was everything for you and to pour into yourself. So I really love that. So Zumba, you are getting right back on and doing and joining in and doing what you need to do for yourself, which is amazing. I see Taylor is keeping her wellness planner by Happy Planner handy so you can stay on point mentally and physically. And Comancia, stop watching the news. That is super important. And you limit your social media time. So I'm curious, how long or how much time do you allot for yourself to be on social media, Comancia?
Well, I actually have 2 days I don't go on at all, and that's Tuesdays and Sundays. I try not to go on at all on Tuesdays and Sundays.
Mm,
Sorry, I'm trying to eat, guys. I just finished my workout.
no apologies.
Yeah, so I try not to go on at all Tuesdays and Sundays, and then I try not to go on at night. I'm trying to do this thing of whether it's listening to worship music or putting on scriptures at night, as opposed to watching something and as opposed to scrolling. I haven't been 100% successful with that yet, but I'm doing better with like limiting days rather as opposed to times.
That's so good. I'm super excited and I'm glad that you were doing that for yourself. Anyone else want to jump in and share what they're doing? Go ahead,
I do.
Kamari.
I like to go out in the backyard and sing
Loudly if you've been following me on
loudly,
Instagram.
loudly, belt it out. It makes me feel better if it's like I don't really consider myself to be a very religious person, but I'm definitely spiritual, and it helps me connect to the universe and my neighbors. Because like I'm it's almost like screaming because I think that's what we all want to do. But
Yes.
instead of scream, you sing out to the universe, you hit those high notes that you can't hit, and you vocalize yourself.
Sounds like it's an amazing relief.
It is a really good relief.
That's so good. Who's next? Who else wants to share out what you do for your wellness routine?
I can go. Hi, everybody.
Joy.
So in addition to like talking to my friends and keeping in touch with them, I I really like taking baths, and I really like taking them at night, but I've been taking them in the morning now,
Mhm.
and kind of like starting my day off more calm than like I used to like feel like I needed it at the end of the day to like unwind from the day, but now I feel like I need it to start the day.
Ah, so that's really intentional in switching it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like I've noticed I've been slow to start. Before it was, oh, alarm goes off, jump up and
Yeah,
go. It's almost as if, what do I have to look forward to for the day? And
exactly.
that's the question I've been asking myself. What do I have to look forward to today? What's going to hold me accountable? So I love that you figured that you needed to switch it. It's something that you love. It's something that you enjoy, and you need to put it at the forefront for yourself. Which it sounds like everyone is pulling something in that they love to their routine.
Can I
Um,
say something?
yes, go ahead.
One thing that I learned during this quarantine is that like there's stop and literally smell the roses. Like there's no reason to be rushing right now for anybody. Like taking your baths in the morning, take your time. Like you gave like Court.
Oh, my sister got cut off. Hopefully she comes back. I don't know what she was gonna say next. Um, anyone else want
I
to jump
think
in?
she's muted.
Is she muted? Oh, you
Yeah.
muted yourself. Go ahead. Continue.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we couldn't before.
You muted me.
Accident. I'm sorry.
um, what was I saying? Oh, taking the time and taking your time. Do stuff slowly. Like, you know, I I work in the kitchen. I'm not sure if any of you guys know that, but I work in the kitchen, so I'm used to like go, 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 rush, 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 get it done, get it done, get it done, you know? And it kind of like it this is setting me back because now I'm cooking at home. Now I don't have to rush. Now I have time to talk. I'm not one who likes to talk and work because I'm focused on what I'm doing. And so it's really tough for Aiden to come in and like, Auntie, what you doing? Auntie, Auntie. And it's like it's allowing me to like actually slow down and explain. Like I could be explaining a new passion to somebody right now. Like I could do like there's so many opportunities for me to work on.
And connect with people, right?
Yeah. So it's just like take the time to slow down.
So I love that. If anybody else wants to share before I go into a little tidbit.
I'm sorry. Hi, ladies. I hopped on kind of late.
Hey,
It's okay.
love.
Dealing with work stuff. Can I just hear the question one more time?
What do you already have existing in your wellness routine? What is something that you hold yourself accountable for to do for yourself?
Oh, okay. So around I think I had mentioned this before, but I have to give myself breaks from work during the day, because I have a 5-year-old who is a lot, and so have between his schoolwork and 3 meals throughout the day and everything else, I have to pace myself with work. So I give myself a break from the computer, and I'll come back to it when I feel like I've taken a suitable nap, and dealt with regaining some energy. So that's usually what I do. I'm trying to continue to eat well. That's kind of been my plight throughout this whole thing. I have type 2 diabetes, so I'm trying to maintain my weight and stay focused on that, because I don't want to have any complications
Right.
afterwards because of overeating or something like that.
Thank you for sharing, Vo. And that brings me to my thought process, or a thought that I've had this morning and is becoming a constant conversation. It's very easy to snack at this time and to snack mindlessly, right? So one thing that I plan to incorporate into my routine, and hey, everybody who's just joining, thank you for coming on. One thing that I'm starting to add into my routine, I know Chrissy shared the other day that she's not on with us now. She has the food journal. I'm sorry, that's my WhatsApp going off and I don't know where it is on my computer. She has the food journal. She's tracking how she's eating. Taylor has her planner that she's using to keep track of her fitness and her physical and mental, I'll say fitness. And for me, I am ignoring or going to say no to all of the snacks. As you can see, my child loves to bring them to me and say, here, mommy, you have one. You don't want to be rude to the kid, but I need to begin to start practicing some self-control as far as my eating is concerned and being more intentional about the water intake. Walking is what I am going to add anew to my routine, especially because we have the space where we are, and then I'm going to hold myself accountable. And I already text my trainer and said, can you hold me accountable to actually getting out the bed at 6:15 a.m. in the morning? And Brenda just joined. So Brenda, if you want to share how you hold yourself accountable to your wellness routine.
Hey ladies, how are you? Sorry I joined a little late, but how do I stay accountable? My body craves it. So I'm in health and wellness for a long time now. I gotta remember, I gotta look at the camera and not at myself. I've been in health and wellness for a long time. I've been teaching 30-minute classes virtually before all this Corona stuff, right? Courtney, we've been doing it before all this happened. I've been teaching virtually for the last 3 years for all women. And my body at this point craves working out. Like for instance, today, I did my 6:15 strength class, and then I wanted to go out for a run. My husband comes in and he's like, it's cold outside. You don't want to go out there. And I was like, you know what? I haven't gone out for like 3 days. So I went out and it was the best one I've had in a while. Mentally, it just makes you feel a lot better. It boosts your, just makes you feel better. I had so much energy. I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. And I have so much energy still just from just working out. So it's super important. I don't know what I missed either.
Everyone just sharing their wellness routines, and the replay will be available on YouTube, and I'll post it on my blog, as well as sending it out via email so you can share with everybody, because these are amazing tips.
Can I have a suggestion for the snacking? Instead of taking the whole bag of chips or your whole snack, portion them out, portion them out for the week, for everything. Get your little Ziploc baggies or your little reusable containers or what have you. Pack them up, and that's your snack for the day, because that's what you would do if you were packing a lunch, correct?
That's true.
So I think it's smart to keep these types of routines that you would do, like packing your lunch, make your lunch ahead of time in the morning, like keep those simple routines. Even though you are in the house, you get hungry, you already have your packed lunch. If you don't want that to eat,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't go out and buy lunch, right? You would suck that shit up and you would eat your lunch, right?
Right.
Not unless you didn't like the lunch you packed, or you're gonna go buy food.
It depends on the day. Sometimes you don't want that lunch that you packed at work. It depends. And sometimes we give into those impulses. So it does take a little bit of self-control, some discipline, and making sure that you are being held accountable. So those are some really good points.
And there was another thing about cooking 3 courses a meal. Meal prep. I'm not sure the young lady who said it. I'm not sure the young lady who said it, but meal prep.
That is true, Joy. Meal prep is a good point. And that's a question I was going to ask. How many people are still meal prepping who were meal prepping before? Taylor, that's
some weeks I'm good, some weeks I'm not.
Right. So Taylor, what keeps you consistent in your meal prepping?
To be honest, I don't like to cook every day. So that's what the first motivation was, is that, if I only have to cook on Sunday or Monday, then I don't have to stand in the kitchen for the rest of the week. So that's what made it easy for me to continue with it. Especially like now that I'm like moved into like the Herbalife. So it's like, this one time a week, I just have to cook, make my snacks, and then put it in the fridge. So just for the me having more time to do other things is what keeps me motivated to do it.
Good.
So question, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Bo.
Are you prepping for yourself? I don't know what your family situation is. Are you prepping for yourself or your kids, family?
Yeah, I live by myself, so I prep for myself. When I was at my parents' house for a few weeks, it was shambles. It was absolute shambles, because it's like you can prep it and put it in the fridge, but it may not be there in the next few hours. So I think
that's what I find my issue is, because I do Herbalife too, and so I did it a couple years ago. I lost 20 pounds. A couple years ago, my son was basically eating whatever I ate, and it was just going to be. Now he's almost 6 and has a mind of his own, so it doesn't work that way with meal prepping for me. So even if I were to meal prep for myself, I'm still going to find myself cooking. So that's why I just, at this point, it's just like, no, it doesn't work for me, not for my household.
Go ahead, chime in, Brenda.
So it's interesting. I wanted to say real quick. So in my household, we have 3 different. I have a 8-year-old daughter. She's vegetarian, so she eats no meat, and is a very, very picky eater. My husband is all meat, no veggies, and when he wants his carbs. And then here I am trying to be healthy, and I try to meal prep for all 3 of us. It is a challenge, but just a couple, and this goes for anyone, just for meal prepping, really try, because we don't have a lot of time to be meal prepping either. So it really does not require 4 hours of your day on a Sunday. Like, it's not that serious. The best approach is cook your proteins. So pick 2 proteins that you want, decide what size you want. So I'm really good with throwing some steamable veggies in the microwave, having salad at home, having salad, always have salad, whether it's a spring mix or something, or spinach, sometimes both, frozen veggies, anything I could put in an oven. So and my meat is already cooked, I could just throw it in the oven, whatever it is. Sometimes I do like zucchini, baked zucchini, throw it in the oven while everything is cooking. And things are not that, it's not that difficult. For my daughter, because she's a picky eater, she's really just rice and, spaghetti. I always make that for her. And then for my husband, he'll eat whatever meats I eat. And then I'll make some beef and stuff that he likes that I don't really eat. So try to make it as easy as possible. Because cooking, that could be that's a whole chore. And we don't got 4 hours like that. We ain't got that much time. So just make it, the hardest thing is usually your protein. So cook your proteins and have your sides. Think about them. If you're gonna do like, mac and cheese or rice, I use the right now I found some great rice that is microwavable. It tastes better than my brown rice that I ever made, and it's 90 seconds and it's done. So just a couple tips on that, because in my household it's very difficult with 3 different people having different meal choices.
Mhm. So I love it because you gave us some tips and hacks to be able to continue to pull our routines together and manage it with families or being home by ourselves, and decreasing the cleanup time too, right? Because that's a big factor to cleaning up, right? Or to prepping and to cooking. So one thing that I did this morning is, while I was juicing and while I was on my live, I always put the plastic bag in the bin that's gonna catch the food chafe, right? That shortens my cleanup time altogether. I do see tips for self-control, which include picking healthy snacks, not buying snacks. Eating your lunch too early is a setup to fail, is what I saw Joy wrote pretty much. Yes, used to eat lunch at 12, move to 2 to 3, so you just snack around 12. You can ask Titi for a nice one. And then when you're eating your fresh veggies and fruits, prepping those and cleaning them up. So what I started doing when I find my fruits and vegetables, and then Kamari, I'll let you chime in again, is I wash them all as soon as I get them, and then I put them in the bin. That has eliminated the process, especially with Aiden always wanting to snack on something and now wanting the ice pop because he saw it. Making sure that it's ready to go and I can just put it on the plate or put it in the bowl and push forward. Kamari, what were you gonna add? You have to unmute yourself.
Loki forgot, not gonna lie.
Okay.
Come back, circle back.
Okay, so we're actually gonna close out unless anyone had any extra thoughts, because the coffee break is supposed to be short, sweet, pull it together, spend time with one another.
I know what I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
I can resonate a lot with the young lady before about her saying that there's a lot of different dietary restrictions in her household. As you know, like I tried to do my meal prep for myself. I tried to keep that, like I'm not used to living with a lot of people and cooking for people, so I still cook the way I cook as a pescatarian. So a lot of vegetable heavy and meat or fish every once or twice a week, So as a single person, I keep my leftovers for myself. But I know a lot of you guys are living with families, so you have to think about cooking for multiple people. I don't have any advice on that. But I think we could all make cooking a little bit more fun during these times. We're blessed to have family. Like make pasta from scratch. Everybody loves pasta, right? Everybody do your own pizza night. I have great dough recipes if anybody would like to connect with me. You can get my information from Courtney.
And actually there are a lot of resources in this live specifically. Kamari is a pastry chef, so I will be sharing her information, Brenda's information, Joy, everyone, Tabitha, all of you, because you all have so many resources in here. So what I hear you saying, Kamari, is make sure that you can make things fun and you can switch it up and change up your routine and connect with other people. So here are some tips that I want to use as we close out. I want us to be able to talk to people and figure out what you're going to do differently, and pick one thing that you want to switch up or pick one thing that you want to improve. Drinking water is an amazing start, and I've been pushing that a lot this week. Yes, I see you have your water with lime. So you're going to want to pick a friend, pick a group chat, pick something, even if it's Instagram and you're telling them, hey, y'all, hold me accountable. I know, yes, this meeting will end in 10 minutes. I'm getting the Zoom update. I know that for the coffee break live, I'm being held accountable by so many people who are already in this live chat saying, when's the next one, things like that. But also the fact that it gives me a moment to disconnect from my full-time job and connect with you all and make sure that we're sharing resources, which I feel is really important during this time.
Also, an interaction.
Yes. So I also want us to, so it's finding a friend or finding someone who's going to hold you accountable, picking one thing and making it a habit. So take that week, take that time. They say it takes 21 days to form a habit, but we have nothing but time right now. So take that time and make sure that you're crossing out and checking it off and making sure that you're doing the same thing all day, every day. And if you need a little extra, thank you so much, Aiden. You're going to set an alarm and make sure that you are doing what you need to do to be able to meet your wellness goals for the day. So when you are doing all of those things, you are going to notice a difference in how you feel and what that is. You have to be quiet. I know. So I love that you all joined me for the Coffee Break Live today. Tell your friends about it. Share the video. Could keep the conversation going. And join me tomorrow at 1 o'clock on Zoom again. So thank you all and talk to you soon.
Nice seeing you, ladies. Thanks.